Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Face Reading Secrets for Successful Relationships, Session 4. Perhaps you are surprised and questioning, why did I choose to talk about Donald Trump and Mike Pence in this series rather than the series called Face Reading Secrets of the People in the News? After all, there is a Republican convention going on now, and Donald Trump and Mike Pence are not a romantic couple. Here is why. This relationship, if Donald Trump is elected to be a president, in many ways is like marriage. Very private, full of challenges, needing constant cooperation, mutual respect, understanding, trust, consideration, and the unity in the vision of life and politics, of course. If those are absent in the relationship will not last. And since Trump chose Pence, and it was his first very important executive decision, let's see from a morphological perspective how good that decision was. Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Let's look at them separately first and then as a couple. Remember, our face is the embodiment of our temperament, and the profile is who we really are behind the mask. That's our temperament. Trump's face is, of course, Mars. Here he is, truly a Mars. And so what do we know about Mars? They are most action-oriented and patient, having short attention span, generous, shower with you with love if you're lucky to be in their favor, and want to kill you if you're not. They would rather fight than negotiate. But remember, all this is persona, the mask. Let's look deeper at his features. Mr. Trump's eyes are usually slightly squinted, which means he does not really trust you till you prove that you're trustworthy. His ears are large and far from the skull, meaning he is independent, follows the beat of his own drum. The corners of his lips are clearly moving down, meaning he has experienced a lot of disappointments and is bitter about some things in his past. His eyes are pale blue, which tells us that he is naturally detached, which is probably to his great benefit as a businessman or as a possible president for that matter. You cannot be elated by every victory and fall apart with each loss. And the powerful Roman nose that you see tells us that he knows how to get his way. The eyebrows are straight across, stubborn. Do not expect him to quit. And finally, Trump's temperament. You can see the tilted forehead here and protruding chin. Remember, that's sanguine. The short line from the ear to the corner of the jaw, that's a bilious type of energy. And the flash under the chin, that's of course lymphatic. So as a sanguine, Trump is very physical, active, muscle coordinated, loves sports and competition, has a short attention span, is territorial, acquisitive, generous, short-tempered, gets easily bored, a great communicator, and fun to be with. But his energy level is, as I said, bilious, which means unlike your regular sanguine, he has much more stamina. And as a lymphatic, as he got older, he became more orderly, self-sufficient, more, believe it or not, tolerant, and a visionary. Now let's look at Mike Pence. Personality type is Venus, and the temperament, let's think about temperament a little later. Let's talk first about personality. As you can see, Mike is a bit narrow, but nevertheless Venus, just like Melinda Gates in the last reading that I did. Mike is Venus, which means he's caring, loving. It's all about love, loves humanity, loves all the creatures in the world. As most Venus personalities, he is involved in social causes, which is not surprising, and in bringing fighting parties to the negotiating table. He is very lively and resourceful, has a lot of practical intelligence, and knows how to organize things to make everyone comfortable. His temperament is interesting. you can see clearly the nervous cast. You see these blue lines. But you can also see a slightly protruding chin in the corner of the jaw, which both are bilious. So Mike, just like Donald, has a lot of stamina. Look at the corner of his jaw and look at Donald's. Donald's corner of the jaw is slightly covered with flesh, but nevertheless, both of them have bilious, enduring energy. So physically, Mike is willful, enduring, long-distance runner. But mentally and emotionally, he is the opposite of the sanguine Donald. Because in the nervous cast, of course, see the blue lines forming a triangle. He is more flexible, more creative, and always looks for ways to make things work out through compromise and diplomacy. Remember what I said in the user guide that I posted a month ago? The best couple is when the partners are the opposite, not the same. Here we have a sanguine and a nervous. And look at their faces. Donald is Mars and Mike is Venus. Also perfect opposites. Remember, I did the reading of Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Here they are. Same combination, synergy of the opposites. So, like Donald or not, my take on Donald Trump's first executive decision is that knowing what he knows simply through life experience without knowing the art and science of face reading, well, it's my assumption, of course, but simply through life experience, he made an almost perfect decision from morphological perspective. As a running mate, he chose a person opposite to himself, meaning a perfect complement to his own temperament and personality, but a person with the same energy level. How it will play out in life, well, we'll see. Thank you for being with me today. Stay well. Next, I will announce when my book is coming out. Remember to click subscribe if you have not done it yet, and talk to you soon.